What if I told you that even Odin, the all-powerful ruler of Asgard, knew the exact moment of his death? It's not a secret or hidden knowledge. In fact, every god in Norse mythology knew about the coming doom called Ragnarok, the Twilight of the gods. And even though they could do anything to prevent it, they didn't. Why would they? After all, this isn't the end, just the beginning. Welcome to my channel. Today, we'll be taking a look at Ragnarok, the end of the Norse gods. First, we need some background. What exactly is Ragnarok? Is it an event or a prophecy? It's both, actually. The word literally means fate of the gods and encompasses everything that will lead up to the final battle between the gods and the giants. We're talking about 3 whole days of total destruction. But before we get there, we have to talk about the signs pointing towards it. Ominous things that happen right before the apocalypse begins. These are known as the signs of Ragnarok. The first sign is Fimbulwinter, which is basically a really harsh winter that won't stop. And, I mean, it will last 3 years, with snow falling endlessly and not a single growing season. No wonder everyone is depressed about it. Second, we have Fenrir breaking his chains. If you remember, Fenrir is Odin's massive wolf son who was bound with magical chains so he wouldn't eat anyone by accident. Now, as cool as Fenrir is, when he breaks free from his bonds, he's going to cause some problems, which brings us to our third omen, the great serpent Jörmungandr stirring in the depths. Jörmungandr is the Midgard serpent, a literal world serpent whose body encircles the entire earth. When he rises from the sea, the end is nigh. Then we have 3 consecutive summers filled with heat and no rain, which is never a good thing. Next, 3 consecutive harvests are completely destroyed. All this is happening because Loki has been released from his prison, probably causing most of the chaos. He's also going to start making everything worse as the father of monsters. Speaking of monsters, a monstrous rooster is going to start crowing loudly, announcing the coming doom. Then the sun will turn dark, the stars will fall from the sky. Basically, all the natural laws of the cosmos are about to be broken. Then, as the final preparations for the battle begin, one final omen occurs. All bonds will be broken. Not just Fenrir's chains, but the oaths sworn between friends and family members will be forgotten. No one will remain loyal. Now, the stage is set, and the only question is, what happens next? On the first day of Ragnarok, everything changes. As predicted, Fimbulwinter has arrived. Snow falls endlessly and the land is buried under ice. This will last for 3 whole years, killing everyone except for a few survivors. But this is only the calm before the storm. On the second day, the true chaos begins. Early in the morning, the earth trembles. Fenrir has broken free from his chains. He runs through the 9 realms, biting off chunks of land and gobbling up people. You might think this guy is pretty much unstoppable, and you'd be right. Even the gods are terrified of him. They know he's destined to kill Odin during Ragnarok. Not to be outdone, though, the Midgard serpent, Jörmungandr, stirs in the depths and rises from the ocean to join the party. His body is so big that it blocks out the sun. People are crushed beneath his coils, and those who aren't turn to ash from his poisonous breath. But wait, there's more. From the southernmost point of the earth, a giant with a flaming sword named Surtr rides forward on a flaming horse. It's hard to miss him as he spreads fire across the realms, burning everything in sight. Things are going horribly wrong, and the gods need to step in. So they assemble their forces and prepare to fight, or at least try to fight. Odin rides forward on his 8-legged horse, Sleipnir, and goes straight for Fenrir, who is still running around biting chunks of land. Now, you can probably guess what happens next. As Odin approaches, Fenrir turns to him, licks his hand, and bites down on his neck, killing the All-Father instantly. Yep, that's right. Odin sacrifices himself by letting Fenrir bite down on his neck. Ironic, huh? Thor, meanwhile, rides his goat chariot and swings his hammer Mjolnir towards the Midgard serpent. Finally, something worthy of his strength. Thor fights bravely, landing blow after blow until Jörmungandr collapses, smashing the earth as he falls. Thor doesn't stand a chance against that kind of power. Even as Jörmungandr dies, his coils crush Thor and end his life. Heimdall stands on the Bifrost, watching Loki ride towards him on a ship made of snakes. Loki's face is twisted in a cruel grin as he draws his sword. There can only be one survivor. With that, Loki lunges, and a fierce battle begins. Swords clash, lightning flies, and magic spells are cast. Neither fighter gives an inch, but while they battle, the ground beneath them collapses, sending them crashing down into the abyss. Their bodies are lost forever. And there you have it, the end of the Norse gods. Or is it? Maybe not yet. Surtr continues to spread fire across the realms, leaving destruction in his wake. But even he will eventually tire. By the time the third day arrives, Surtr will have burned away all the mountains and hills. The remaining heroes gather their strength and take their final stand. Most of them are reluctant to fight such a powerful enemy, but they have no choice. In the end, Thor's brother, Baldur, takes aim with his bow and fires an arrow towards Surtr. Unfortunately, he misses. Tyr, the brave one-handed god, tries charging forward with his sword, but Surtr knocks him back with ease. And when the fire giant reaches out to deliver the final blow, the earth cracks open and a hero steps out. His name is Loke, and he's the son of the giant king and the only one who can defeat Surtr. While Loke and Surtr duke it out, the earth trembles. Magni, Thor's son, steps forward to help, but Surtr swats him away too. Magni, enraged by his father's death, calls upon Mjolnir's power and strikes the fire giant with his mightiest blow. This angers Surtr, who picks up Magni and throws him away. Then, finally, Loki steps forward. He too is incredibly strong and Surtr doesn't stand a chance. As the fire giant collapses, Loki delivers the final blow and lets out a mighty roar. So it's over, right? The prophecy of Ragnarok is complete. Well, not exactly. Surtr may be dead, but the fire he unleashed continues to spread. Soon, the entire earth will be covered in flame. However, from these flames, new life will spring forth. The world may be ending, but it will also be reborn. When the giants are all dead and the earth is burnt to a crisp, the surviving gods and humans will gather together and start the world anew. Now, let's talk about the meaning of this myth. Ragnarok is a symbol of renewal. The old must die so that the new can live. Even the gods aren't safe from the wheel of fate. It's easy to see why this myth appealed to the Vikings. They were constantly fighting for survival. They raided, pillaged, and explored, always pushing into new lands and discovering new things. Ragnarok was a reminder that even when things were at their darkest, hope could always be reborn. Now, here's the question. Did you enjoy today's video? If so, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more epic mythology explained. Also, if you want to learn more about the end of the world, then check out this video next. Until then, keep being awesome.